Hello there and welcome, my fellow foodies. This is lisha.maxey, the foodie real estate agent here in Houston, Texas, and I am so excited today to share with you a recent outing I had with one of my clients. I went to one of my favorite places for Indian food here in Houston called Pondicheri. And if you've been in Houston for any length of time, you've probably heard the name of the restaurant or maybe even visited. It is in a very central location called Upper Kirby, and that is adjacent to our River Oaks area, also very close to Highway 59, the medical center, downtown, lots of places you can get to easily. So very central location. A couple of things I really love about this restaurant is it is in a shopping strip, and it's got retail down below and then living up above, and it has covered parking. So no matter what the weather is, you can get in and get to the restaurant without having to be exposed to elements if you don't want to. But anyway, wonderful location, and every experience I've had there, from the taste of the food to the service, has been great. So let me share real quickly what I had that day and what my client had and our experience there. So this restaurant, what's so unique about it is that even though it's a casual dining experience, they have both inside dining, but they also have this wonderful outdoor patio seating if that's what you choose to do. And I mean, let's face it, in Houston, why not eat al fresco if you can, because it's just so, the weather really accommodates that, especially these days. But nevertheless, you walk in and you do order at the counter, and once you place your order, then they'll give you a little number, and then you go sit down and they'll deliver it to your table when it's ready. So what we decided to do, or what I decided to do, was order a dish that would have 2 or 3 or 4 items, little bites of little things, so that I could, sample. It's like a sample platter, basically. And at this particular location, it's called Talus on the Patio, and the option I chose was the Texan. And on the Texan, you get this wonderful buttered chicken. I had the lamb chop, and I also had the lamb keema, and then of course the naan bread. It was just so comforting to get just little bites of each one of these things, to where I could still have a conversation with my client, and I wasn't overeating, and I didn't feel sluggish after the meal. It was just really, really fulfilling, perfectly portioned. My client had this appetizer that's called the coconut crab appetizer. This dish, I had never had it before, but it comes in a lovely cast iron skillet. It's small size, maybe 6 inches, and it is true pulled real crab. It's just tons of it pounded into this little dish, and it's on a bed of it's like a tomatoey, a pesto bed, and then they put breadcrumbs on it, and they stick it in the oven. They cook it up really crispy, and it's got these wonderful spices, and they serve that with their garlic naan. And so you eat it kind of like you pack it on like a nacho almost. It was phenomenal. I mean, if you really love that true crab taste and with all the spices in it, it just was absolutely, my client was just thrilled with it. We were both excited about it. So to accompany both of our dishes, we each chose one of their signature cocktails. Now, anyone that knows me knows that I love a Moscow Mule. I think it's a really great, refreshing drink, really, for any time of the year. It's got that little ginger kick to it, a little spice on the back end, but they take it up a notch, and they rim the glass with turmeric, and then they put some turmeric spice in it, and so it even has this added kick to it. So it's really, really phenomenal, paired well with my dish, of course. My client ended up having the ruby sour, and so that was bourbon, pomegranate, and a little bit of lemon. And I would say if you are not a sweet alcoholic drinker, then you would want to stay away from that. But it paired really well with the crab dish. So we were excited that it all came together. We were very happy by the end of the meal. And the ambience of the space, it's just very relaxing. They have these wonderful silk partitions throughout, so you kind of feel like you're actually in India, dining and just having this really relaxed experience. But my palate is always telling me, oh, this is great, you've been to such an upscale place. But anyway, I highly recommend it. The price point, it's going to be a little higher, I think, for lunchtime than maybe you're used to spending. It's going to be around $30 per person. Of course, that depends on what you order, and if you're not having the alcoholic drinks, then maybe that would bring your price down. But they also have a great vegetarian option. So everything, almost every type of spice concoction they can do in a vegetarian way. So if that is something that is pleasing to your palate or necessary for your diet, then it's also a great place to pick that up. So where is Pondicheri? Pondicheri is in a location in Houston called Upper Kirby. And Upper Kirby is, again, very central Houston. You can get to the medical center very quickly. You can get to major parks, Allen Parkway, Highway 59, downtown if you need to. It's adjacent actually to River Oaks, and you can, a little bit beyond that, you can get to the Heights very easily. So lots of connecting major streets there. The area is very upscale. It has great other restaurants for dining, from 5 stars all the way down to 1, so depending on what you're in the mood for. But one of the great things is the school system. So they have one of the most coveted elementary schools, which is River Oaks Elementary, is right there in that area. The shopping is actually phenomenal. You can just, anything that you're looking to buy or see there, you can find it in that area. And it's a great destination for happy hour spots. We'll have that in another episode. But definitely, if you're looking for something, the type of living, I would say majority is going to be your townhomes, your 3 and 4 stories, and those will be built on 0 lot lines. So yes, they're very close together, but hey, the maintenance is great, right? And that's what we want, lock it and leave it. But there are also plenty of rentals there. So if you're just looking to rent right now and not ready to buy, you can get into the community, see how it feels for you, and if it becomes a perfect fit, you can look at buying a little further down the road. So all in all, just a wonderful, well-rounded area. I highly recommend, if you haven't, stop into Pondicheri and give it a try. You can also request the spices that you want or how spicy that you want it. So I would suggest something mild to start out with, but definitely try their signature cocktails and get a feel for it. And anyway, I hope that you have a great experience there like I did, and I'm sure that you will. And for now, that's what I've got for this time. Check in with next week. We'll have a new restaurant on the deck. And if you need any more information about the River Oaks / Upper Kirby area, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You'll find all my information here within this video. So for now, hope you're having a great day out there, staying safe, and cheers and bon appetit.